Alright, we are back with more Marvel's Midnight Suns. The card-based tactics RPG with Marvel craziness. So, where we last left off, we were about to head back into New York City to...
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards
let
Development
Caretaker tell us.
Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
We think this is where Hydra may be operating out of. We tracked them here, and so Captain Marvel, Blade, and the Hunter are all heading out. We've not gotten to the point where we're able to select our team yet, but I assume we will get there. Look at this crew.
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty normal for you.
Very.
This area in particular?
Occasionally. Good for a late night snack.
Oh.
The falafel place down the road stays open till 3.
Oh, right, sure. Only maybe next time say it less vampire-y. One of these days, I'll join you.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Not bad for our first team-up.
Almost feels like cheating with you two on our side.
Let's do it. Alright, so if you were not here last stream, this is kind of... It's very XCOM heavy and heavily inspired, without a lot of the odds and cover tactics.
Probably can scratch
But it's a
abandoned off the
tactical
description of this
RPG.
place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now.
Dr. Faustus.
Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation?
I really
Feeling
like the
that
mask
too?
we got for
Because
Hunter.
that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
I think that was a good call.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
I don't think anybody on this team does stealth. I guess Blade's a little stealthy. But none of them are gonna back down from a fight. It's a very aggro team. So the main difference between XCOM and this game, you will see in 1 second. So just need to defeat all enemies.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
So in this game, rather than each unit getting a certain number of actions per turn, we have a deck of cards. Each hero has like 8 or 10 cards. I don't know the exact number yet. We haven't gotten to deck building. But all 3 of our heroes combine all their cards, make a deck, and we get 3 card plays per turn. So that is where we're at. Alright, so let's assess the situation here. Got 3 elites and 4 grunts. And you can also use the environment. Bleak, corrupted lifesteal. So yeah, there are a lot of things in the environment you can destroy or just utilize in some fashion. For example, if I can whip this guy into this, which will blow up and kill the other guy in it. Hopefully not hit myself. Solid. Right, so you can see that used a card play, and we have 2 left. Chain 2, select multiple targets. We'll do a quick attack. Does that gives us a card play action back? So that's pretty much just a free grunt kill.
Always the same.
Then strike and take out the last 2 grunts.
Don't blink.
Now that was something.
16 damage and knockback. So in addition to card plays, another resource we have is heroism. So some cards will gain us heroism. That is the resource in the bottom right. And then the cost of the heroism cost of cards is in the top left. So those are more powerful cards.
Is that all? Enjoy your nap.
Is they want to redraw this? I don't think so. Let's see. I can hop onto one card.
Hostile reinforcements inbound.
So yeah, every fight it seems like is a little different. But generally, enemies will spawn for about 3 or 4 turns, and then you kind of just have to keep clearing them out, and then
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Just 2 grunts that spawned. Alright. Taunt. Force enemy to taunt. You block equal to damage dealt.
Get ready. Getting better every day.
First level 3, 9 health and 4 offense. You strike. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Do it.
I think you got him.
Don't think we can. Oh, actually, oh no. Can't send them through.
You had your chance to escape. Weak, even for Hydra.
Watch this.
Strike.
That's a neat trick.
Oh, okay, so only pretty easy fight. It's a nice quick intro.
Now, quickly! Let's go, go, go!
So that is combat in this game. There are bosses and more harder encounters, so sure we'll get there.
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Get her!
Round 2. Okay, so that wasn't the whole fight. At least the whole mission. Cover artifact. Retrieve the mysterious artifact from the truck. Beat the Hydra shield guard's protection to access the truck. Use the recover artifact card to secure the artifact.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Any objective that is protective cannot be completed. Yep, reduce block to 0.
This shouldn't take too long.
It says protecting. Okay, removed when the unit has no blocks. We just need to do 30 damage to it. Not the best hand here. Can't. So we do have one move per turn as well. Trying to see if there's any crazy combos. I don't like this hand. This gets us 2 heroism. Let's do that. We're gonna take some damage this turn. There's just a lot of enemies and we do not have good AoE right now. Okay, that's good. Blade can take these 2 out.
Playtime. It sounds to me like they just missed their mark.
This side of the battlefield also lets us I'm not really in the best I think to actually do I can't quite barely fit in there. Now we can photon beam 3 of them. Be solid. That's 3. Probably should have done the redraws earlier. Get rid of that. I think we just need attacks right now. Alright, that looks good.
You will regret ever facing me.
Did some damage to the person guarding. We are doing a pretty good job controlling the enemies. I don't think we have to destroy all the enemies. Oh, the person guarding it came all the way over here.
They're almost here.
Not know which. Oh, it came back. Okay. Protect. Heroes dazed and unable to act. Other heroes must take a number of actions before the dazed effect wears off. Okay.
Preliminary
the whole
analysis of the
turn.
blast
You just have
confirms
to
high
do
levels
one
of gamma
per play.
and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you, there is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
So that should finish off the block.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
Captain Marvel's back in the action. Recover the artifact. Gotta do that. Let's see if that ends the mission immediately, or if we still have to clean up all the enemies. Supply crate has been recovered. Defeat the remaining enemies to complete the mission.
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
We do have to finish the rest of them off. That is good to know. These are quick right there.
Was that truly your best?
Get a card action back, and we'll finish it off with picking up both of these grunts.
I feel more like myself every day.
Hunter level 3. We do not need... I think we redraw for the time being. And I should be doing these at the start of my turn, but... oh well. We'll get there in time.
We serve until the end!
That will not slow me down.
That's not supposed to hurt.
That was a big hit.
Ready for a real hit?
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
I already stopped it. Chill. Guess I was not supposed to get it that quick. Just too good at the game. So this is an AoE effect, so basically at the end of the turn, any enemies or friendlies in this circle will take a lot of damage. So we basically either have to knock him back to stun him, or we can just run our units out. So for example, we can do Quick Slash from Hunter.
There
Step
was a
out of
time
it.
when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions.
Did not
That
realize
time
that.
has clearly passed.
I thought that was a grunt. Know what to undo. It's still fine. Good stake.
Time to get sick.
God, I love that effect.
I think they can arrest you for
That
that
is-
in New York, Blade.
The visuals are so good. Read about this. Could just heal. We're not going to take any damage, actually. Just knee strike.
Not a problem.
I am impressed.
Reminds me of the Captain Falcon knee. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Just as painful. Fine.
The enemy has the upper hand. We're all gonna get it. Time to shine.
Let's finish this
These
off.
delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
Redraw that one. And let's stay one step ahead. Some heroism. Oh, here we go. That should...
Here we go.
be enough to finish them off with these 2 attacks.
Well, that's
Captain
exciting.
Marvel getting a level 3. And another.
Take this.
52 damage.
We've done it!
Nice.
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves?
Alright. Finished in 6 turns. Guess we could have done a little bit better. I'm not too worried about Gloss. I do really want to unlock the higher difficulties. So that is the only reason I kind of care about getting good performances, but we will get there. Also, you can customize the comic book covers that are generated at the end of each mission, which I find to be completely hilarious. So, for example, we could have the hunter hanging out back there for some reason. Looks like she's trying to attack Captain Marvel. Oops, that was the wrong button. Then we could add blade. Just make it awful. There we go. Make it look like they're almost gonna slam into each other. And let's completely enshroud them in shadow. Perfect. And add in some, make it look painted. There we go. What cover would be complete without more text? Oh, or we'll just change the text. Urban combat. Hunter, come out to play. Order of the Midnight Suns. There we go. Perfect. I'll do that. Okay, I won't do this every time, I promise. Alright, so we got Artifact and another Gamma Coil. And so it seems like the Gamma Coils, they're like, they basically give us another copy of a card. But you can combine extra copies of cards to upgrade them, which is a pretty cool little system. Got some more friendship points.
Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
Movie night.
It is always movie night.
Oh,
Exactly.
even better.
Out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
We get to pick what activity we do.
Should rest. Another time.
Oh.
Let me see. How did this work again?
Go sent me a message on Superlink. Message from Nico. Okay, come on, Luna. We have a kitty in the lap. Luna has touchdown. She's comfy. Oh, we can see all of our photos. Get rid of the extra one. Oh no, we got rid of both. Oops. Oh well. Hunter, you there? BTW Nico. Bleeding Cap Marvotus filled us in. Faustus. Come hang out. That's my only option. Oh. Someone's here. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. Dang it. Foiled by technology.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll wait. Yeah, I should save that one for Hydra.
Escape out the window.
You're as stubborn as Blade. Just because you immortals have all the time in the world doesn't mean the rest of us do.
How many voice lines does she have for this?
Open the door.
Alright, let's do it.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff.
Basic human stuff.
Quasi-human.
Oh no.
You're a midnight sun now. One of us.
One of us.
Nico,
One
I was
of us.
just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
This is so strange. Can we go explore outside? Got the original trio there. Nico's in the common room with Charlie. Blade is out in the yard. Oh, nice. Symbols of the room. Okay, so it looks like I can't go in their room still. Okay. We're still being tutorialized a little bit. Then if we go out here... Still getting used to the scale of the map and what objects are what. This. No, I've gone too far. Oh, this is the circle. Okay, so the circle is like the training pit.
Always memorable when you get to bust up some ghouls in Manhattan.
Glad we talked to you. Okay. Can't do that. I'll take 9 more gloss. Thank you. Can almost start decorating our room. Can I say hi to Charlie?
So Dr. Faustus tried to drop a warehouse on you? Oh, that guy is so lame. Talk about a prototypical follower.
Let me pray.
Good girl,
praise her.
Charlie.
Yeah, good girl, Charlie.
Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites.
Join a hangout. Watching a movie, hear awards, grants friendship, XP. Sure.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Oh my gosh. This is not a who had a worse childhood conversation. That's so funny though. I was 10 when I found out.
Was your father there for you when you found out?
Dad was evil too. Long story, lots of drama. There was a cool dinosaur. I'll fill you in later.
I have no idea who Nico is. I'm not
glad my
familiar with
mother
this
is
character.
gone, but yeah, at times I just
Actually learning
want to
stuff.
hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
Like Magic, Blade, I've at least heard of and know 1 or 2 things about, but I just do not know Nico.
The only thing I want to hear from Lilith is a death rattle.
That's one way to save on Mother's Day presents. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I won't forget
all
it.
that stuff. Battle Witch Common Abbey outfit. Long sleeve black and camo Common Abbey outfit. Friendship. Love the activity +7. You know, I've heard these movie. Oh, I messed it up already. Dang it. I was gonna say, I've heard there's these movies about something called the MCU. I bet they're pretty good. Maybe they should start with those.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
Were you all heroes
No
who
reaction,
banded
just
together?
keep asking questions.
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I should get going.
Fascinating.
Good.
It's an interesting
good timing.
power.
Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
Well, we learned a bit about
I'm
Nico.
glad to see
I'm
you're
glad.
using your free time productively.
She's the only one that I'm not familiar with at all, so it's a good first
Looks like you're
character to
finding your
spend
way
time with.
around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
to stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha. She's no longer with us.
She turned evil.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
Where did she die?
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen.
Starting to make sense.
Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control, and this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Balance. The hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make in the Abbey and the abilities they use in combat. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as the hunter moves down either path. I'll get there. Customization. Oh, this is the one we got. Okay. Kind of like that. I think I am going to work on room customization for a little bit, though. Alright. Get a couple things. Start with the nightstand. Hunter's quarters upgrade complete. Frame, bookshelf. Like a rug is always helpful. Come on, save up the couch. Let's do a bookshelf. Nice. Right. Room's not feeling as empty. Can we do anything with these? Not yet. Guess we'll be able to get frames and put pictures in them at some point, but in time, Nothing to do there. Oh, did we unlock Nico as a playable character? I think we did. Let's go. Nico Minoru? The traumatic discovery, her parents were actually dark wizards, participating in a human sacrifice. She tried to run away, didn't get far. Mother attacked her. She absorbed the staff into her body. She can control. Nico's a support hero whose unpredictability is offset by the sheer power of her abilities. Multi-target damage, supporting allies, and generating heroism. Ooh. I feel like AoE is really good. At least right now. Sprint while outside on the Abbey grounds. That animation. Okay. What happened to Charlie? Whoa. Hello.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
What?
You are dead.
See the
Always
dead?
straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
What is happening?
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
It's something called the Blood Gate, I feel like. Quite a bit. Interesting. Did not expect this.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Ominous indeed.
What's through here? Trial of the Elder Gods. Open the way to locations barred. Okay.
You were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah? Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference. Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie? Charlie!
Charlie?
The fight with Charlie. Whoa.
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Beat all enemies to complete the encounter.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
You were too
Start
weak for this fight.
taking them out. Play to mark each enemy in the area. Ends a card play when KO'd. Ooh, pretty good. Nice.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
When KO, draw a card. Also seems really good.
I am impressed.
KO, draw a card. Okay, we'll just chain them all together. Charlie just gonna go crazy.
Like that once, centuries ago. Your mother abandons you.
Out of card.
Feel my call.
5 enemies KO'd in a turn. A couple rocks. We cleared the board. Could potentially save some of the environment stuff. At least there's other enemies. I think it's worth it.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too,
Well, that was a little
Hunter.
trial, okay?
You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Didn't even get a turn. Three stars. Take it. I assume it'll tell me when I unlock the next difficulty. Don't have to check every time. The Hunter. High stakes. Whoa. Enter Oster's Cavern. Yeah, here. Moon Seal. Elder Artifact. Odd. Okay.
This looks like it belongs here.
15 arcane knowledge. Oster's gifts allow magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas, the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood.
Blood.
Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves.
I'm old god.
And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtor for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Negate by using a word of power. Okay. Immediately get to figure out what's behind there. Words of power, magical incantations. Great trigger. Okay. So we get 4. Open.
Noble Ashtur guides my hand.
10 arcane knowledge. Don't think we know what arcane knowledge is used for yet. Oh, it's like a really complex maze cavern system. Oh, okay. I don't have any keys. I assume that's not going to open it.
The goddess disagrees.
Okay. It's worth a shot.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic.
Glowing purple light.
That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here.
Are we evil?
And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Ooh. Mysteries abound. Day 3. New gamma coil to analyze.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Okay, Dr. Creepy.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The
Dr.
spooky crate.
The very one. Though
So
it is
not
far
creepy.
from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Whatever artifact... If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
don't know if we're going light or dark yet, but so far the dialogue options, I've liked the lighter options. They also don't necessarily seem like the traditional light versus dark. Would have expected, like, destroy the evil to be the good choice, and, like, let me use the evil power to be the bad choice.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
Friendship XP. Alright. This is more traditional research. Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects at the Fort and generates significant resources for use in ability upgrades and craft. Kind of. Alright, let's do it.
Simple spell should do it. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. A simple object, though certainly not useless.
Hey, Ghost. Alright, I'll talk to you soon. Hope you have a good dinner.